In this video, I'm going to break down, like, 5 essential steps in order to become happy. And at the end of this video, you're going to be able to be happy because you're going to follow the steps and then eventually become happy. And the reason I'm making this video is because for I think the entire year, I kind of like made these videos with the assumption that these things won't actually help people. Not the tips or tricks, but that my videos aren't genuinely going to impact someone. But I think in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch this as if you are sitting down taking notes and actually going to use this advice, because what it will do is drastically change the direction of your life forever, actually. Because once you make happiness a choice and you follow these steps, like, negative thoughts won't even be able to really enter your mind anymore. They'll be so easy to kick out and so easy to recognize that it's going to be difficult to even harbor negative ideas. But right now, maybe you're in a state where you're feeling as if all you can feel are negative ideas and thoughts, and it's difficult to get positive ones in there. And in this video, I'm going to share a couple of things. I'm also going to play a song for you that I wrote on guitar, just because it's one of the points. But so stay tuned, have a good time, enjoy yourself, and I really hope this impacts your life the way that these things have impacted mine, because I was at a state in my life where I felt like I might have even taken my life. And I say that kind of in an upbeat thing because, like, when I look back now, it's like, geez, like, not that I look down on someone taking their life or anything like that, especially when I was in the mindset that I was. Like, I still understand why I would have done it. And I want to be able to pull maybe someone else away from that, or you away from those kinds of feelings and hurt, so that you're able to make more so like control these emotions and feelings and move through your life positively. And yeah, it might be difficult to like even see that the end of this video is going to like change your life, but it really, really will. And I'm so excited to be able to share this with you because it did change my life for the better. So the very first thing is diet, right? And I bring up diet not as like like eat your greens and vegetables, although you should probably do those things. I'm talking about like drugs, alcohol, and other forms of substances that you're putting in your body in order to get a quick high or a quick excitement or quick whatever feeling, like caffeine and those things. They come with a quick high, but they also come with a very low low. And the story that I'm going to give you is one where I was in Vegas and I was partying with a bunch of friends. I would come down every single month and I would party with all my friends and see them because I had left to go live in Utah. And the hardest thing was the days after. And I was drinking a lot at this time. I think this was when I was like 19, 20 years old. I would go out and I'd drink super, super heavily. And then for the rest of the week, I'd be upset or mad about something, super, super sad, couldn't see the positives in life. A lot of times I was really, really confused about societal structures, why we lived life the way that we were living it. And I had a lot of existential life issues. And from those forms of existential like issues, it just felt like I was unloved. People didn't care for me. I didn't care about life. I didn't see a purpose or a reason. I had no motivation to do anything. I had no desires. I couldn't understand desire at the time. And so I had no passions. And when you're moving from a place of no passion, it just feels like the world is meaningless. And when the world is meaningless from that place, yes, it is. But the root source and cause for me was when I had a major panic attack. It felt like I was completely uncomfortable in my body driving from Las Vegas back to Salt Lake City. I was with my friend Blake and I was sitting in the car and I looked down at my hands. I was like, whoa, what is going on? Who am I? And then I felt this uncomfortable feeling in my throat, and then it felt like a gaping hole in my chest and this feeling of anxiety. And that entire car ride for like about 6 hours, I basically panicked. And I was also sitting in a place mentally where I couldn't understand TV shows, inside jokes, social cues were gone. I was lost. I had lost my mind. I completely was unable to understand and interact with others because I couldn't understand. I was dazed, lost. And I didn't know that the cause of this, it started happening over and over again, but much more violently, I would say. And I thought that maybe this was just like an aspect of life or an after effect of maybe mushrooms or something like that. But no, the cause of this was alcohol. Alcohol gave me an immediate boost of happiness and excitement, but it taxed me later. And it taxed me in a way that made me feel less desire, less hope, less excitement for the future, less drive to do anything. And all of those things contribute to a bigger feeling of the world is meaningless or pointless. So if you're going through life and you're drinking a lot, it takes 72 hours for your body to come back to normal states. And about that time is the same time you're going to be thinking, oh my God, I'm so happy. I feel good again. Let's go out. Let's go drink with our friends. Let's go have a good time, which is a good thing. But remembering that that's going to cause that same loop and cycle of depression and sadness that comes after alcohol. But I don't think that I ever realized that alcohol was the cause. So as I reduced alcohol from my system, obviously I still grapple with this, right? And a lot of us still do. But it's about reducing the amount and not over drinking and not drinking all the time and being very, very cognizant of the direct effect that drinking alcohol has on you the next day will drastically improve your mood for the next rest of your life, honestly. I was completely unaware. I was drinking almost every single day. Actually, I was drinking every single day. Partying, drinking mimosas in the morning, margaritas, whatever it may be. And that led to me ultimately feeling zero desire, zero hopes, zero excitement for the future, like I'm saying like before. And I felt so lost and also unloved, like I couldn't control my life. And removing it from my body for a whole year, I saw changes that I would have never expected. I ended up living in Hungary, living in London, Bali, Thailand, traveling the world, and that came with its own issues. But it's the things that you're able to do once you remove alcohol from your system that allows you to actually become free. And the quote that I got from this one YouTube video is like things that I wish I learned in my 20s was sobriety will bring me all the things that drugs and alcohol promised me. And that quote alone has shown itself true every single time that I'm sober for a prolonged period of time. I see things just start to work out. And being able to see things work out and being able to control your life and being completely present all the time will enhance the rest of your life. So that's just number one, is remove alcohol, drugs from your system so you can be very cognizant and aware of what is going on in your life. Sometimes that can be even like prescribed drugs from doctors and stuff like that. Like I'm not a doctor and this isn't medical advice, but you gotta be able to find out where your baseline is mentally so that you can adjust it and fine tune it to be more positive. And that leads into something else where after you remove the things from your life that are harming your mental and putting you in different spots that you're unaware are not your actual natural negative, these are like significantly deeper negatives. Like alcohol put me into a significant lower like negative, but I thought that was my baseline, but it wasn't. My baseline was actually a little bit better than that. And I was able to work from there into habits, which is number 2. So the first habit that I started to pick up after I had eliminated a lot of alcohol was making my bed. And you've probably heard it, make your bed. But living in a scattered environment genuinely messes you up so much because you have so much on your mind, and your room is a reflection of how your mind is, right? Like if I could show you my room right now, let's do it. Maybe it looks a little messy to you, but like nothing on my desk besides the snacks right there. Desk is all clean, bed is made, like I was sitting on my bed to like whatchamacallit, play the guitar, but you can kind of get the gist. Like there's not a bunch of stuff on the floor or whatever. And that's because I understand very clearly that when I clean my room, I feel good mentally, I feel clear, I feel calm. And this is the result for just about 99% of the people I know. When you make your bed, 1, you've accomplished the first task of the day and you can be proud of yourself. 2, no matter how bad your day is, you come back to a clean room, you just feel good. It's a boost in serotonin 100%. And when I was coming from that place of like being very, very down, I also had no routine at all whatsoever. And cleaning my room, cleaning the kitchen, and then cooking myself a meal became a daily habit. And then from there, I was able to build up a little bit of a routine, something to ground myself so I could have some connection to the real world. And this connection to the real world habit and routine genuinely cause happiness. It gives you a sense of control inside of your life. And starting off something really, really small is so important, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And you'll hear that over and over and over again through thousands of talks, is how you do anything is how you do everything. And when you start off by making your bed in the beginning of the day, it allows you to feel accomplished, and you're able to move on with more tasks and more tasks and more tasks. And this is a bigger life thing too, where if you want to become the greatest ever at something, you need to start with the babyest steps and not overwhelm yourself with the grand steps that are at the very, very end of your goal. Because making this, like for me, right, making a cinematic masterpiece tomorrow probably isn't going to happen. But taking that idea and saying, okay, since I can't make a cinematic masterpiece tomorrow, I should probably never start at all. And instead, you need to take a different approach and say, hey, what's something I can do today? For example, today I'm going to be able to teach you the skills of happiness today, right? I can do that today. I can speak on camera today. I can help you today. And step by step by step, those things accumulate, and that compound interest eventually becomes something even greater than some sort of cinematic masterpiece. And so what you need to do is sit down every single day, make your bed, all right? Clean your house. Super simple stuff, but it really does lead to happiness. So now that you've eliminated alcohol and drugs from your system, you're cleaning your bed every single day. Now it's time to start writing. This helps you organize your mind. So every single day when I was down bad, I don't even know what the magic of this was, but I would sit down and I would just write down in my notebook every single day. For example, I have a notebook here that I just finished, and I write it in every single day. Oh, okay. Right? Okay. And what this does is it really clears up your mind, and it takes everything that you're throwing around in your head and puts it on a piece of paper so you can exit. It's kind of like having an echo chamber of negative thoughts and all of these terrible things inside your head that are just bouncing around all day long forever, that don't need to be there. They genuinely don't. Just put them down on a piece of paper and let them be gone. And once you write them down and let them go, they actually leave. And that gave me a sense of security. And I also really just loved the act of putting pen to paper. I genuinely wrote down on a piece of paper, and I recommend you do too. Sitting there and just writing down on a piece of paper all of your issues, all of your problems, what's inside of your mind, how the world is working, why you think the way that you think, is just such a relieving feeling. And I think I don't have much science for it, but I know that I was just reading a book, Tools of Titans, right, by Tim Ferriss, and they mentioned in The Way of the Artist, where it lets you get into your deepest creative self and allows you to express yourself in a deeper way and opens up something inside of you spiritually. And I'm just telling you, just start writing and you'll feel better. It's really just that simple. Just start writing every single day. So now that you've eliminated alcohol, you wake up, you make your bed, you write down every single day, right? These are things, I'm telling you, even from doing just those, you're going to start feeling phenomenal just by having a routine every single day. The next thing you need to do is start building a community. Oh, one more habit actually. Listen to audiobooks. Okay, so studying causes understanding, and understanding causes well-being. Well-being is what we're looking for. Not understanding causes confusion. Confusion causes dis-ease, well-being, and dis-ease. Now, if you're constantly listening to sad music on the radio, eliminate that and start listening to audiobooks that solve your issues. I started listening to a lot of Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale. I'll give you a list of books right now that you can just start off with. And this should help you just overall in the future feel better. Honestly, hearing someone else talk about their issues in life and realizing that you're not completely alone is about 99 to 100% of like basically any issue. Once you hear someone else have the same issue, you just feel so good. So we've got Tools of Titans, The Science of Getting Rich, The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, Earl Nightingale reads Think and Grow Rich, The One Thing, The Complete Conversations with God, amazing book. The Power of Positive Thinking, The E-Myth Revisited, The Richest Man in Babylon, Cashvertising, Feeling is the Secret, Reality Transurfing, another amazing audiobook. the Kabbalion. A little bit difficult to get into, but if you like it, you like it, but it's a little bit more in there. Let's see, any other good ones? Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Waltz. Crazy, amazing book. Compensation by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Amazing book. Outwitting the Devil. Another phenomenal one. If I had 3 to start off with, I'd do Outwitting the Devil, Conversations with God, and Reality Transurfing. And then The 4-Hour Workweek was absolutely phenomenal as well, by Tim Ferriss. So those are a couple of books to start off with. I would just eliminate music from the car completely, because honestly, it was not doing me any good. And I was unaware that all those negative things that people say in the songs affected my mental health and the way that I perceived life continuously and constantly. So that's something to be aware of. Number 3 is next to start working into your community. When I was in this down bad place, I wasn't going to college. I had no workplace. I wasn't going to church. I had no community whatsoever except for my roommate and the bars. So getting into school, getting a good routine at work, or hanging out with family and friends, living in a house with other people, going to church. These things are so important because this community allows you to talk to others. And talking to others is by far one of the most important things you can do, especially in everyday life. We're just communal beings. This is what we need to do. We're designed to be pack creatures. And we try to pretend like staying at home and doing nothing all day long and watching movies and playing video games alone. I mean, even get inside of a Discord chat, those will even help. Whatever you can possibly do to get in some sort of community and be there recurring over and over and over again will give you a sense of connection and purpose with life. And you need that mastermind feeling of being connected to others. So get with a school or a church. For me, I started going to church. I wasn't even very holy or religious or anything like that. I just started going to church. I decided to start going to school. I went to the Salt Lake City Community College and I took some classes on criminal justice, which really made a lot of these things make sense, like society and all of that, which was amazing. I also got like world history, and I started to understand why people got together and why they were doing the things they were doing. At the time when I was like 18, 19, I was making far too much money, had too much time, no community, and no structure in life. Now, you know, I go to school and I meet a bunch of people and I have a lovely life. I have friends that I'm with all the time. My family, I love them. I'm able to create videos like this. I feel super passionate about my future. And I think that all of that comes from like having a community, school, church, and all of those other things, because you're excited to share your works or what you're doing next with others. 4, move your body. This was a really easy one. Every single time that I've gotten into this routine, I usually just do some push-ups and some squats before I shower. And this puts your body into like a mood of like, let's go. And it kind of pushes away all these like static feelings inside of your body. And then we're coming in to find something new to learn. And that goes back to your habits, where you take one new thing and practice it every single day. I've had phenomenal results from doing this. For example, I used to post IG Reels every single day, and from there I had found partnerships doing interviews and started traveling the country a little bit more and talking to new people because they loved what I was doing. I had at the time got my real estate license, started making more content. I eventually started my first social media business like this. Ended up in London and doing crazy stuff with just doing one new thing every single day. And my thing now is I'm talking on YouTube every single day. And I also started to play guitar. And this redirects your focus from all your like melodramatic issues, not like talking down. It's just like all of my melodramatic issues could build up so much to the point where you just need to move your focus onto something else, where your issues aren't, why is life so difficult and terrible when you're Googling on YouTube or whatever, to something more productive, like, not really more productive, but less terrible. Something like, oh, how to play G chords or how to do some cinematic shots, right? Like I'm looking up different things rather than all of these self-destructive questions and big life questions like, what is life? Why are we here? What is the point of life? Why do we have holidays? Why do people get together in general? Why does none of this make sense? You know, those big questions. Don't ask them, because they really just don't provide any happiness and they're kind of irrelevant. But questions that you can ask are like, who can you help today? And my thing is I'm helping somebody, you you cutie, become a little bit happier. And this year, it was making videos, talking on camera. So you can tell me how I'm doing on that. And then also learning how to play guitar. So I'll play a little song for you. I honestly didn't know how to play any chords on the guitar before now. And so this will be my first time playing on camera for a YouTube video for you, trying to make you happy so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So let's do this. I've got this pain that nobody knows. I've got this heart that I'll never show, 'cause it's broken. Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, I've got some things that I wish that I said. So please, God, don't let me die in this bed. I'm hurting. Yeah, I'm hurting. Yeah, I really wish that I could sing a little bit better, but I really only do this when I'm feeling under the weather and I got an umbrella for this rain, but it can't hide the shame, and that's a shame. So I called to my mom and I said, please don't make me fight. I don't want to lose my life. Please don't make me fight. I don't want to lose my life. Patrina, she's in the arena. She fights for your life. Fights for your life. Patrina, she's in the arena. She fights for your life. She fights for your life. Please don't make me fight. I don't want to lose my life. Okay, so I'm not the best singer, but come on, dude, I started in July, and it makes me so happy that I'm able to focus on something different rather than, sad stuff. And I couldn't even play a single note on the guitar before. Now I can, like... Like, that is so much fun, and I think the joy of music is such an important one. Yeah, let's see what else we can do on here. One little more. So I was thinking that you can do it. Proud of you. I think you'll make it out alive. So I think there's always things that we can do better or work on. But honest to God, you can do it better when you're sitting the weather. I don't know. We could just be goofy together. But yeah, like, just focus on something new. And that'll really, really help you move your aim from something that is completely negative to something more positive. For me, it's cinematography, videography, guitar playing, and just moving from focusing on all of your issues and pushing them onto something different really, really helps you so that you're not always in your head about something that can, I guess, like, overall harm you. It's kind of to be likened to when we have no issues in life, right? Our mind decides to make up a lot of them. And when we're making up issues constantly, some of them really are just so harmful. And unless you fill your mind up with things you can work on and things that you can progress on, which requires some desire or hope for the future, which is why you need to eliminate alcohol and those other things in order to move forward, you can start to notice that if you focus on having no issues and nothing inside of your life, it'll automatically cause negativity, but you have to actually remove the negativity and add positive things into your life rather than just remove negative things. And that's probably one of the biggest and most difficult things about becoming happy, is because a lot of us don't think it's a choice. We think that once we move all the negative stuff out, it's like more negative stuff comes in, but we actually have to replace it with these new habits and these new skills and these new things that we're filling our lives up with, like cleaning your room, like writing down every single day, like playing guitar, like making videos, like finding a community. These things are how we get fulfillment. And you might think that the end goal, be all for everyone all the time, was to stay at home and do nothing because everyone complains about work and life or whatever. But no, in reality, we need to have all of these structures so that we can be happy and more fulfilled and more passionate beings. And so I want you to take these tools and really run with them. Share them with someone. I need you to talk to someone else about these things. I don't want you to write these things down and then never talk to anyone else about them. These things are so important, especially for you, because there's someone else in your life that needs these exact same tools. And you guys can work together so that you guys can become a little bit more happy. So I just want to thank you for being here, because even though I've been so goofy and probably not even the clearest, you stuck it out, and that means a lot. That means you're going to make it. You're going to become happy no matter how it looks right now. You've got this. And I am so proud of you. And go ahead, leave your name and like a little bit of your story inside the comments so we can talk about it. And yeah, I'm here for you. From my heart to yours. I love you. Cheers.